everyone knows I'm a Lauryn Hill fanatic. I've seen her, I think, two or three times, and she has inspired me greatly. I love Lauryn. And I remember there was a point where they were trying to cancel Lauryn. They were saying that she was a racist. And because they misquoted her, they took something that she said out of context. And I'm like, how can Lauryn be a racist when Lauryn has white guitarists? She has white people in her band. You know, like a racist is somebody who doesn't hire people that don't look like them. They won't even employ them. They won't even recognize their gifts or their abilities. Like Lauryn can't be, she's not a racist, but she is committed to addressing certain race issues. And Lauryn, to me, is the embodiment of an artist. Bob Marley is the embodiment of an artist. His commitment was to addressing social issues and talking about Babylon and talking about justice for the continent of Africa. And he was biracial. One of my favorite bands, Guns N' Roses, Slash, was biracial. And I say this to say that as artists, most artists that I know aren't real racists, because we get the best in the most talented. We get the most gifted, regardless of race. If the person can play a good piano, if the person can play a good guitar, that's really where our loyalty goes to, because we want the best quality. And so as artists, our artists are usually the most open-minded, and this is the reason why I say that I put artists on a pedestal. I know I shouldn't, but we have a great responsibility of raising the consciousness of humanity. And we know that, you know, as an artist, you know that, like, your dancers are from multiple backgrounds. You know, you could have Latin dancers, your background dancers. Your choreographer could be from wherever, you know, a whole different continent or whatever. Like, artists are usually very open-minded, very diverse, and typically not racist. And so we have to understand that it is on us to raise the vibration of humanity, to bring up these conversations that are difficult to have, and to include this in our art, to include it and not be pussyfooting around these issues as artists, because with great gifts comes great responsibility. And for me, as an artist, I do not, you know, typically, like, most of my friends that I have attracted in my life from different backgrounds and different races have also been artists. Like, white guys that I hang out with are musicians, you know, because it's just a certain mentality. It's not the same as like a corporate white guy, you know. It's a different mentality that artists bring to the table. And the successful artists who have traveled the world, it's afforded them the exposure, the cultural exposure, to have the luxury of meeting people from all different backgrounds, all different nationalities, and seeing this common thread. And I love hearing, you know, Jay-Z talk about going to Japan and watching these people who don't speak a lick of English rap every single word of his. So we've always been, as artists, you know, on a higher consciousness and really above this whole racial thing. But it is our obligation as well to fight, right? It's our obligation as artists to fight, because although we know this is a social construct, right? And it's really about the quality of the music. It's really about the talent that you give. It's about the heart that you have. We understand that, right? Because we know that our best music comes from the heart. So we recognize that all the good things live in the heart. But right now is the time for us to awaken humanity. So we have a great responsibility as artists right now. And this is a call to all the artists that we have to address these issues, even if they make people feel uncomfortable. Not just the black artists. I'm talking to the white artists, the Latin artists, the Asian artists, every single musician. It's our time right now to raise the mentality of humanity and start really addressing these problems, because we are going to be the solution. Peace.